here in Lahore for the first test in the Bank Al-Falah Cup between Pakistan and West Indies. So 3 test matches followed by 5 one-day international. So top quality cricket over the next 4 weeks or so on this channel.
Well, it's an early start here in Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. Remember, this test match will start at 9:30 a.m. Local time, so expect the atmosphere to be just a little heavy. The winters are setting in this part of the world. Now, looking at the crease, they've left a lot of grass here, but come to the business area, there's hardly any grass on top. There are few sprinkling of a dead grass that will not obviously come into play. This is a powdery surface. This is not a quick surface, and you see there's hardly any sheen on it. It is pretty dry, so I expect that Pakistan have looked after their interests really well here. They're largely depending on Canaria's spin, and I'm sure come the second or the third day we'll get this ball to turn quite viciously from the leg spinner first.
Darren Ganga, who had one good innings in that series against India. He is the test match batsman for West Indies. That average, he knows, he himself has confessed, needs to be improved, and he's shown some signs of just that in that last series against India. Chris Gayle, man of the tournament in the Champions Trophy, 300s for him. So he'll be the linchpin of the Pakistani batting.
Shot and first runs for Chris Gayle. He's not running hard, he's trusting the pace of this outfield. Canaria, the dive is in, but it's a futile one. So West Indies off the mark with a 4. And it's Chris Gayle who gets them going once again. Nicely struck off the back foot. Once again a chase for Canaria. That's the second dive from him, and this time a more successful effort. Gets a cheer from the crowd.
There's that shot again. Really hits it extremely hard in that area. They've got to get that length fuller. Few more runs for West Indies. Umar really struggling here with control. Consecutive boundaries for Chris Gayle. Oh, he's having a terrible time. It's 3 boundaries in a row, and all 3 balls have been, well, very poor deliveries. Oh, gone. Brilliant catch. This is what Pakistan needed, and Umar also needed that badly to get his confidence up to some level. Yunus Khan has taken the catch, and what a breakthrough for Pakistan.
That was a very fine delivery from Umar. Really, it was short slightly outside the off stump, and Ganga was trying to force towards the clip organ, and beautifully taken by the vice captain.
Not such a good shot there from Darren Ganga. It's gone for 3. West Indies 41 for 1. The number 3 batsman for West Indies, Ramnaresh Sarwan. He's got a pretty good test record, and I think even more impressive is his one-day record. Average in the high 40s. Somebody who's played quite a few one-dayers. Captain himself, Yunus Khan at second slip. Oh, good delivery. Difficult one for Ashoka De Silva. He raises the finger. Movement of the pitch.
Shahid Nazir in action. Ball pitching within the stumps and coming in slightly. And I think Chris Gayle was a little late in coming on the line of the ball. I think it's been a very good decision.
Chris Gayle gone for 34. The second wicket now down for 41. Well, that's a great man you're looking at, and some great numbers alongside him. No, says Ashoka De Silva. That looked very close. In fact, of the 3 appeals that we've seen from Shahid Nazir, that looked the closest. It's also the end of the over. 41 for 2.
I mean, that looked really very, very close. Pitching in the line of the stumps, ball hitting just below the knee roll. Very, very confident appeal. Very close, I would say.
Again, that movement is gone. What a delivery from Shahid Nazir. The third wicket has fallen. The slip catching today for Pakistan has been very good.
That was a very fine delivery from Shahid Nazir. We watch again. Knee to the stumps, he banged the ball in, and I think he got him square also. Nicely taken in the slip. So Pakistan is really firing in. They have already got 3 wickets on. They are right on top.
What a turn of events here. Ramnarai Sarwan goes for 3. West Indies now 46 for 3. Shivnarayan Chanderpaul, perhaps the right batsman for West Indies at this stage. They're in trouble. The ball is moving around.
That's close enough to call, is it? Yes, given by the umpire. We had a couple of things really to look at here. Whether the ball pitched within the zone, it did. Yes, and I think it would have gone on to hit the stumps. And clearly, Shivnarayan Chanderpaul surprised by that in-dipper from Nazir, gone for 5, 52 for 4. Dwayne Bravo is the new man in, right-hander. An edgy start, but he'll take it. It's a 4.
In the air and straight to the fielder at mid-off. Danish Kaneria has struck for Pakistan. And it's the 5th wicket down.
Well, he pitched this one up a little bit more, Kaneria. And Bravo couldn't resist the drive. Pulls out at mid-off. 96 for 5.
Bravo gone for 32. And half the side is in the dressing room. West Indies and the score of 96.
The new batsman is West Indian wicketkeeper Dinesh Ramdin. He gets hold of that, short and wide, and cracks that square for 4. Off the mark, Dinesh Ramdin.
But he sweeps and he's fallen into a plan here, and that is most disappointing. That is so disappointing. Closing in on lunch, almost a stroke of lunch. Didn't have to play at it if he didn't want to, and Lara would be absolutely disgusted. In fact, it is lunch. So 122 for 6 after 32 overs, and the stroke of lunch, Ramdin sweeps and holds out to deep backward square. Brian Lara is still there on 27 from 54 balls, fighting a lone battle. Pakistan have had a stupendous morning.
Dave Mohammed comes to join Brian Lara. Well, as I was telling you, Inti, he's an attacking type of player, and that's a good example, but chose the right one to hit.
Another streaky boundary down to 3rd man. But that will bring him his highest score in Pakistan. Beautiful shot. The 50 for Brian Lara.
He gets one there and he tucks it away quite nicely. How well has he tucked it away? He's tucked it away for 4. Brilliantly timed.
Beautiful delivery. Has he got the outside edge? He walks. That's what Brian Lara is all about. Just started walking.
It seemed to be a fairly thickish edge. And it's full enough. And brushes the outside edge. And that's a big wicket. It'll do his confidence a lot of good, Umar. Maybe Lara could have been thinking about being forward. It was full enough. And in that uncertain area, he's gone for 61, 174 for 7.
And after that good partnership between Dave Mohammed and Brian Lara, West Indies now have to build another one. Jerome Taylor has walked in.
Well, they've asked. Here goes the back foot. It's on the line. And looks pretty safe from here. And he's been given. Oh, and now it seems as if the wrong button was pressed.
Even now, I think the wrong button is being pressed. We've got two lights there.
Mistake by the third umpire, quickly corrected. And he's put it down. Inzamam at first slip. Had to move to his left, got both hands to it. Should have held on.
He's normally a good fielder in Zamam in that first slip position.
Well, that looks close, and he's given him. Goal picks up his third wicket, and as they say, a man fixing a pipe couldn't be plumber than that.
Just as we were thinking that Umar Gul may be just tiring a little and losing his focus, he is delivered. Got rid of Jerome Taylor for 8. West Indies 8 down for 202.
New man in is Fidel Edwards. Replaced Jerome Taylor. West Indies lose the 8th wicket. And that's the end of Mohammad. Delivery that didn't seem to do too much other than go across him. Mohammad trying to force it through the offside, just the thinnest of outside edges, and the rest was done by the keeper. Dave Mohammad put up stern resistance. It's gone for 35. West Indies 203 for 9, and to take you to the end and beyond, it will be Ian Bishop and with him Sanjay Mandraker.
There's that cross-batted slog, and there's Mohammad Yousuf, who's dropped one of the simpler catches that you'd get in the deep.
He didn't have a good time at short leg, and this is routine. It really is routine. It's in the air for quite a while. And it's come at the perfect height.
Good delivery and a brilliant catch. Shoaib Malik is the man. That's the 5th wicket for Umar Gul. That really should be more Shoaib Malik's than the bowler. What a catch.
Very instinctive. He's a very good fielder. What a catch to end the innings. He was at full stretch, literally. He could not go any further. 5 wickets for Umar Gul for the 3rd time in his Test career. And Fidel Edwards now has to try to get West Indies back into the match by bowling well. All smiles, and why shouldn't he be?
Top scorer Brian Lara with 61. Chris Gale went off to a flyer in the morning, and then some resistance coming through Dwayne Bravo and Dave Mohammad. So 206 West Indies in their first innings of the Test match.
Shahid Nazir really started things off quite nicely, picking up 3 wickets, and Gould picked up the wicket of Ganga, but came back towards the end. 5 for 65 and 2 wickets to Canaria.
Mohammad Hafiz been given another go at this level. Had a good last game against England. That is why he's been put alongside Imran Farad, who's got a fair bit of quality. He can attack, but he needs to be a little bit more consistent. With and gone. It went away very quickly. This is where he likes them, Imran Farad. Found the gap, challenge for the field and the deep. Who does well, I think it's Fidel Edwards, who has certainly redeemed himself with that desperate effort and dive. Good return as well. Well, that's close enough to call. Yes, gone. Imran Farad will have to leave the crease, and Jerome Taylor can rejoice that dismissal because it was top quality bowling.
See again, ball pitching within the stumps, just moving a little bit, hit him right in front of the very, very good delivery indeed. I think on this particular pitch, if you pick the ball up to the batsman, you always have a chance to get him out.
Imran Farhat goes for 9. Pakistan have lost their first wicket for 16. So it's Yunus Khan who's come in once again early in the innings. He's a fabulous player, average almost 50, best of 267.
Couldn't get hold of it, rammed in. Batsmen get 2 wides, 3 wides actually.
The light here isn't brilliant. We've said from the very moment play started, it hasn't been outstanding light, but it's deteriorated here in this final session. And the open arms mean, do you want to go off, batsman? Will you accept the light that we're offering? And there is your answer.
The 2 umpires are walking towards the stump, and that's the gesture of the match being called off for today. So bad light has come into play as we expected. But let's again look at how the match went. West Indies, of course, winning the toss, elected to bat first, had plenty of problems earlier on after Chris Gale gave them a rollicking start, 34 of just 28 balls, and then they lost 3 wickets in 5 balls or 15 balls it was, with then Lara coming in and just he tried to stem the rod. Good partnership with Dave Mohammad there, got 35, and in the end West Indies passing 200, but they had to really work hard for it. Some very ordinary shots also played in that West Indian batting lineup. Jeffrey, amongst the bowlers, Umar had a sort of up and down day, but in the end he'll take those figures. 5 for 65, third 5-wicket haul for him. And this is how Pakistan have replied so far. They've got 39 runs on the board. They've lost the wicket. They just had 14.5 overs. Imran Farhat was the wicket to fall on 9. So Mohammad Hafiz and Yunus Khan, both in their double figures, are the unbeaten batsmen at stumps on day 1. We'll look at the bowling figures here. Taylor getting that 1 wicket. Fidel Edwards and Taylor, of course, bowling quick, and Collymore came in a little late than I would have expected personally, and he had 10 runs scored of his 2.5 overs. But Pakistan now 39 for 1 in reply to West Indies, who got 206, so they trail by 167 runs. And we've got plenty of time left in this test match. This is just the end of day 1.
This is where he is good. Like Brian Lara, he doesn't let go of the opportunities that come his way. Apesh into the gap for 4. Didn't quite control it, Mohammad Hafiz, but he's worked hard in this innings, and he'll take that boundary, his 4th of the innings. That's gone into the gap. No third slip in place. Mohammad Yousuf took a calculated risk and it came off.
And there he goes again, Yousuf. Just enough to get it to the boundary. That's his 50. Matter of fact, it's not. The signal leg byes. That's beautifully played. He's really brimming with confidence now, Hafiz.
Given him. The finger comes up. It took a long time from Ashoka De Silva. But Jerome Taylor has struck. LBW is the decision. Have a look. He struck. It's full, and he struck in front of the stumps.
That was a very fine delivery. Actually, it came in very sharply, and I think this ball kept low as well, and probably was a little too late to come in the line of the ball. Mohammad Hafiz got out 57. Very good inning by him.
There was a huge round of applause as Inzamam ul Haq, the Pakistan captain, came to the crease. It's just an amazing shot. Very silky swing of the bat. Oh, he's knocked him over. Dave Mohammed has struck. Beaten in the flight here, Inzamam. And how he's enjoying that. It took a long while to come into the attack, but he's made use of this spell.
Well, actually, he plays around the line of the ball. Probably he was thinking the ball will turn and come into him. In fact, he played inside, and the ball went outside his bat. Absolutely, must be absolutely delighted, really, to get Inzamam out.
Shoaib Malik with a very healthy average for a man who's only played 16 test matches, just under 40. Brings up his 50. Free-flowing 50 when a lot of batsmen have struggled on this surface.
Down the track, that's a solid blow. That's gone all the way. First 6 of the innings.
Hoisted high and away for 4.
He's been pretty consistent, Dave Mohammed, until now. That's a short delivery.
Crunching drive to end the over. 182 for 4. High and just getting into the ropes. Wayne Bravo indecisive. 188 for 4.
Well, that one was too full. And nicely stroked through the offside. That won't be caught. And the Pakistan's 200 has come up. Just 3 behind now. End of the over. It's 203 for 4.
And Shoaib Malik there, instinctive attacking player. 107 minutes at the crease.
And it's Shoaib Malik who once again impresses with that late cut. Yes, he may not come across as a technically gifted batsman, but when it comes to commitment and when it comes to playing intelligent cricket, you can always count on Shoaib Malik. First innings scores are level. Pakistan certainly now at the advantage. Wickets in hand. Nicely crafted away for 1 against the spin by Mohammad Yousuf. As a result, he also keeps a strike. 4 down, 207. Good shot. Straight driven once again. He lacks that area, Shoaib Malik. Earlier he had belted one through mid-on. This one was nicely driven through mid-off.
Some good straight drives from Shoaib Malik. It's a slow pitch, so you need to create all the power as a batsman. That's what he did. Good follow through of the bat. Not an over-pitch delivery, played very much on the up. Now that he's set, he's got the idea of the pace and the pitch. He's able to play those kind of shots.
End of another over. Pakistan 216 for 4. How good is that? Very classy Mohammad Yousuf. Square drive against the spin. Beautifully played covered drive.
Mohammad Yousuf in his 90s now. 91 not out. And this is a stage when he used that term, he's milking the bowlers. Bit of a float there in the air for Chris Gale, but Mohammad Yousuf had everything under control. Superbly timed drive.
Bit of bat there. Umpires are looking at their watches. Bails are off. Players are off. 84 runs picked up by Pakistan in this session. So a fruitful one. No wickets fell. West Indies were made to struggle hard, and the body language wasn't great. I have to admit that West Indies could have done just a little bit better in the field, but they got no response from this pitch. Medium pacers and the spinners lacked venom. So a very good session from Pakistan.
Yeah, it was a session where Pakistan consolidated their position in this test match. Mohammad Yousuf not out 93. Shoaib Malik has been patient for his 39. Now Pakistan in a very good position here, 225 for 4. And the bowling, when you don't get a wicket in a session, understandably the heads start dropping, but you're quite right, Ramiz. They just didn't quite show the spirit in the field. Bit of laziness creeping into the West Indian performance in the field. Those are the wicket takers. Jerome Taylor, couple of wickets. Fidel Edwards getting 1 wicket, and Dave Mohammed getting Inzamamul Haq out clean bowled.
So that's the match summary. West Indies would be disappointed after winning the toss. They were bundled out for 206, courtesy Umar, Gul, Nazir and Canaria. Pakistan in reply now in a very, very good position. Pakistan lead by 19 runs.
Yeah, that's his 100. The most delicate of leg glances. And a poignant moment to bring up his 20th Test match 100.
It's been absolutely a wonderful 100 from Mohammad Yousuf. I have seen many innings, but I think probably this is one of the best innings he has played under the trying condition when the Pakistan needed badly 100 from him, and definitely he have delivered that.
Now where is it? Jerome Taylor puts it down. Now any number of people could have gone for that. Dave Mohammed at point, Lara at cover. Taylor probably called for it. And what an error.
I think total misunderstanding between the fielders, and this is the third let-off. You really can't afford to give too many chances to Mohammad Yousuf, and I think he's been very lucky. I suppose you have to be lucky to be successful.
Great shot. Is really straight driven beautifully right through the innings. It's also no ball. As you expect, the second new ball has made things happen. Seen some shots, we've seen a chance of a wicket.
Let them get themselves out.
Now that is a better pull shot or a hook shot. That's the 14th boundary for Mohammad Yousuf.
This is a shot of a man who's seen the ball like a breadfruit. Got on top of it, hit it down with good timing. And away she goes. In the umpire's opinion, all of 22 overs remaining.
There's that extra bounce with this harder ball. Seen it more than once. Shoaib Malik is bemused by it.
And he's having a look up in the sky as if trying to influence Simon Toffel to have another look at the light. Lead of just 59. It's a little brighter. The lights are on.
Well, I think there's one innovation that we've tried and it hasn't really worked, the light towers. And ICC, I think, should stop making an attempt to prolong play because of artificial lights. There's too much of wastage of money. I mean, it costs quite a bit to have these lights burning. And I haven't seen them actually extend play more than 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I've never seen it carry on for an hour because of the artificial lights. They talk about the ball being red, the side screen also not so helpful in these matters. It's 265 for 4. Much play as possible with the artificial light, but you can see it hasn't really helped matters. Once again, bad light has stopped play, but a good day for Pakistan and not such a good one for the bowlers. And towards the end of the play, the bowlers and the fielders were looking quite jaded out there. So Pakistan at this stage lead by 59 runs. You can almost assume that this is the end of day 2.
Renowned one-day all-rounder. Edge, and once again that slip fielder was not in a position to take it. How many times we've seen that ball to drop short of the slip cordon. Did it carry though? The replay really will confirm whether it did or not. Difficult catch, difficult chance. They're always difficult when you have to really come forward. Oh, nicely put away. Over pitching Jerome Taylor, and Abdul Razak is a sweet striker of the ball. Edge and taken. This was on the cards. Jerome Taylor has done a fair bit of damage this morning. This wicket was well earned. He worked extremely hard on Abdul Razak, and in the end an excellent result. Razak would be gutted by this effort.
it's a better length. It's a good length. It's on the off stump and moving away, following a number of short deliveries, maybe too many short deliveries consistently, but you can see Razak's footwork late and lazy and suspect because of the intimidation. He's gone for 5 to 85 for 6.
Last time he played a test match here at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore, he got 100.
Good delivery, drawing the batsman on the front foot. But this is how the game goes. It's cost the bowler 4 runs. 305 for 6.
Lovely shot, lovely touch again from Mohammad Yousuf. It'll beat Fidel Edwards, no doubt about that. There should be an oil painting of Mohammad Yousuf playing this shot. Really is a trademark of his.
That's just an amazing shot.
That was swatted. And Kamran Akmal just swatted it like a tennis shot wide of mid-wicket. And that's gone very fine. Should make it to the boundary and does. And that is whacked away. He's not letting go anything that's short, Akmal.
It just confirms your point, Dooch, that it may not turn out to be such a good move from the West Indians. He wants to be quick. He's got a slinging action, so you don't expect a lot of control from this action. You expect a lot of pace from this action.
And that's swatted straight back over his head. 4 more to Kamran Akmal.
That's classically put away. There's not a lot of cushion for Dave Mohammed through the offside. Over pitching that one, and straight away he's in a mini conference with his captain.
Well, he's been trying to do this, Akmal, get inside the ball and use the offside, and this one was right in the slot.
Mohammad Yousuf calls for the run, and Kamran Akmal completes it. That brings up his 50. That should relieve him. 370 for 6. Superb shot. That should go all the way. Such a handsome driver of the ball, Kamran Akmal.
That was a really treat to watch. I mean, he getting himself in such a position really that makes things much easier for him. A beautifully played shot through the covers.
He's going to come back for the second and willingly given away the second run, so that brings up the 150 for Mohammad Yousuf. Deliberately played in the air. What a shot that is. Does look to collar the attack, Kamran Akmal.
Well, he looks really very confident, Kamran Akmal. If you see, hit it on the up really. It wasn't a half volley at all. He just came in the line and hit it through the line and hit it really extremely hard.
Nicely played. It was the Yorker from Fidel Edwards, and he's managed to hit a boundary of it with a tap shot, very fine on the offside. 388 for 6 brings up the 100 runs partnership. There he goes over the top. And this could be close. It's just gone over Corey Collymore, who was on the edge of the rope. Wasn't hit from the middle of the bat. But it's 6 runs in the board.
But he picked it up his length very quickly. He knew exactly the Collymore was right on the line, but he had so much confidence.
Played fine and run straight away, a boundary. Start of a fresh session. Once again, the beginning has belonged to Pakistan. That boundary also gives Pakistan their 400 total. And stretches that lead now to 194.
Just eases this one off his body, Mohammad Yousuf.
It's a no ball, another boundary. I can't describe this as intentional, but in the end a safe option taken by Mohammad Yousuf. No slip in place. More runs. Really did go hard at that one, Kamran Akmal. That's gone past the fielder. Brian Lara tried his best to cut that out.
Gone. Straight to the fielder, and it's Brian Lara who's taken the catch. And Chris Gayle has done it so easily. Fast bowlers have been working hard over after over. Chris Gayle comes in, pops an off spinner up, gets a wicket.
50th Test match wicket for Chris Gayle as well. He's only bowled 8 overs in the innings so far out of 135. A nice fluent innings from Kamran Akmal for 78, 433 for 7. Kamran Akmal has departed. Shahid Nazir is the new batsman. Oh, his placement is getting better and better. Mohammad Yousuf goes into the 190s now. And when he gets these hundreds, he gets them big. Chris Gayle. Now he's at it. Oh, a bit of drift. Ramdin is confident, and the finger goes up from Ashoka De Silva.
Well, superb delivery from Chris Gayle, and Ashoka De Silva once again a brave umpire, not going for the third umpire. But this time he was right. Finger goes up. Chris Gayle has got 2 wickets. He's gone for 192, and Pakistan 444 for 8.
Umar replaces Mohammad Yousuf. Corey Collymore takes the catch. Well, it looked dodgy for a while.
Dave Mohammed has got a wicket. I think it was the wrong one, and looking to hit straight back over the bowler's head. Misjudgment at first, but then showing good hands. He's walking back on a duck, and just 1 wicket remaining now. 446 to score.
The last thing you'd expect from Dashkin area, but he's played that very, very well.
Over. After whether you read that one or not, he got to the pitch of it. .30 runs now, and make that 30 to take the field with his team. So there you have the state of the game so far. In reply to the West Indies 206, Pakistan have made 485, a lead of 279 runs.
This runs away for 4.
Just struggling with the line here. Shahid Nazir is just a bit too wide, and that's gone for 4. Fine leg was quite square. position again. The last over when he made that stop, and now he's got run out. Has come in, getting it right. Beautiful shot for four. Naresh Sarwan gets off the mark with a stylish boundary on the offside. Edged and gone. Kamran Akmal takes the catch. Better length again from Umar. Wasn't short enough, and he does get that movement off the pitch.
You're right, feet at the crease. Didn't go anywhere. Very good length. And Lara in the first innings, when Lara was trapped on the crease, it was a delivery that moved a bit more, but this is from Umar. Gill gone for 11, it's 20 for 2.
The top scorer from the first innings, Brian Lara, got 61. He was scored 206. Brilliant. It's actually a good delivery first up to Brian Lara. Counter attack from the great man. Consecutive boundaries.
That's nicely put away by him. In his career has been found with that stroke. That's into the gap. Nicely struck off the back for Naresh Sarwan. That's Canaria with a dive and sprint.
A great shot. There are two fielders there deep on the leg side. Not too much of a gap between them. But he's managed to find that gap for four. Good delivery, bit too high again. Oh no. Ashoka De Silva has raised the finger. Well, it was a great delivery, no doubt about it.
I thought probably Sarwan was quite unlucky, really. He was on his toes, Sarwan, actually. I can understand the ball pitching within the stumps, but I think hit him too high.
Sarwan, as you can see, is not happy. He's gone for 23. Western 56 for 3. The edge. There is Brian Lara's element. Close call to the earlier delivery. Has no bearing where he plays the next ball. Great shot. Seen this before, isn't it, from Brian Lara? A typical Caribbean.
But was a bat of Phil Edwards. A very safe fielder, but he got a bad bounce. Hafiz tries to stop it, but it's gone and hit the skirting. So another boundary for Brian Lara. Ashoka De Silva was in two minds, and then he asked the fielder, and it was signaled as a boundary. Is that taken? Well, a great attempt was made by Mohammad Hafiz. Now he's a sharp operator, Hafiz. Flung himself, and well, had this been taken, it really would have dealt a severe blow to the West Indians. He went with one hand and almost got it. Edge and gone. Yunus Khan accepts it gleefully. So joy for Shahid Nazir. He had worked extremely hard to get that edge.
It's good line, it's shaped away again. Nice little leg cut on it. And he's bowled superbly throughout this match. He's been probing, he's bowled a full enough length, Nazir, to test batsmen. Edwards tried his best for 10, 101 for 4.
32 years of age, extremely good record. 99 test matches for him, so just one away from that 100 mark.
There again, that Brian Lara shot where he's on the back foot, looking to play on the back foot, and the ball is pitched up, just times it beautifully on the front foot, giving him another test match 50, his 49th test 50.
And it's been a really very good inning by Brian Lara. He knows that it's very important from West Indies' point of view to stay at the pitch, and especially the last shot he played, you know, he got himself in a very good position.
It's nicely driven. That'll go all the way. 4 more to Brian Lara. It's 124 for 128 for 4. Well, he got hold of that one. Very strong, very dominant in that area, Brian Lara. And this was perfectly timed.
Wrong length. That you cannot afford to bowl to Brian Lara. It was asking for punishment.
There's another one, nicely stroked by Shivnarine Chanderpaul. That'll go all the way as well.
A couple of serious problems that Razak is facing here. Obviously the line and length is not right. He's also importantly not getting any sideways movement. This one was beautifully stroked away by Shivnarine Chanderpaul. Generated a lot of pace on that shot from pure timing.
He's giving up a few runs as well. 50 partnership comes up between Chanderpaul and Brian Lara.
Well, that was a loose and short delivery, and he got the treatment.
Very pleasant shot from Chanderpaul, driving against anticipated spin. It's never easy, but he got to the pitch.
Actually, he waited for the ball to come to him rather than he went to the ball, really, and it was really a treat to watch that.
Nice shot again from Lara, getting the body weight into the shot. And Razak leaking a boundary per over here over those last 3 overs.
Probably one of the best shots he played so far.
Brilliant shot. Not quite from the middle of the bat, but we'll have a look at this again. Beautiful use of the feet. A flowing drive to the offside.
And this is what makes Brian Lara a different proposition to spinners. Not afraid to use his feet. Picked his spot. Knew exactly where he wanted to hit it.
Oh, that's close. It's a quicker delivery. No, says Ashoka De Silva. Couple of things that could have saved him, whether there was an inside edge or whether the impact was just outside the line of the off stump.
Well, this looked a close thing. And didn't see much of an inside edge there. A lot of rotation on the ball, but it doesn't spin.
Missed that one. That could have been easily nicked onto the wicket keeper. But the umpire, yes, is called for lunch. It's 188 for 4. Brian Lara not out 88. Shivnarine Chanderpaul not out 43. But Lara should be very pleased. So for the moment, West Indies still trailing by 91 runs. But that man, Brian Lara, is not out on 88. And he's got Shivnarine Chanderpaul for company.
3 out of 3. They've gone for the appeal. Ashoka De Silva, will he uphill the appeal? No is the call from him this time. It was kind of a delayed reaction from Umar. He didn't go instantly with that appeal.
Yeah, not a convincing appeal from Akmal either. He did go up, but not with assurance, I don't think, initially.
Oh, what a stroke to get to your 100. Masterful strike. And it really has been a masterful effort from really a wizard. Ryan Charles Lara gets to his 33rd Test match 100. Expect a lot more from him because he's not going to let up. Third Test 100 versus Pakistan. Puts him 2 behind Sachin Tendulkar, 1 behind Sunil Gavaskar, and 1 ahead of Steve Waugh.
Nicely clipped away by Chandra Paul. Beautiful timing. This is going to bring his 50 up. Overhaul just inside the boundary. Can't prevent him picking up 3. Very important innings for the West Indies. Shivnarine Chandra Paul goes to 50.
He's got the breakthrough. The finger goes up from umpire Simon Toffel, and that changes the complexion of things here. Mohammad Hafiz gets the big one.
Well, this is the breakthrough Pakistan were looking for, and Mohammad Hafiz has given Pakistan the breakthrough. Watch again. Ball a little wider of the crease, ball pitching within the stumps and straightening. The ball kept lower, so probably that's why Simon Toffel have given him out. A big wicket for Pakistan. Back in the game again.
238 for 5. Big test now. Big test for this young man.
Close. Simon Toffel has raised his finger, and Dwayne Bravo is out leg before, and Pakistan right back in this.
Well, this bowling change working extremely well for Pakistan. Dwayne Bravo caught on the crease. Well, when you're playing the ball deep in the crease, it's important that you have some bat shown to the ball. That ball missed the bat, hit the stump, hit the pads, and straightforward decision in the end by Simon Toffel. West Indies 6 down now for 248.
Well, some problems here for West Indies. They've lost 2 quick wickets after that wonderful partnership between Chandra Paul and Brian Lara. Big shout, and Dinesh Randin doesn't seem to be too upset with the decision, and Kaneja's reaction is of at last I've got a wicket in my 27th over.
So the trick worked round the wicket. Canaria, neat catch by short leg fielder. I think it's Imran Farhat who's picked up a neat catch, an important catch. Every wicket will hurt West Indies. Every wicket will bring a lot of joy to Pakistan. Planting his front foot. Quite amazing. I mean, that replay showed that the ball had probably just hit the pad and nothing else. But the batsman's reaction was one as if he had hit the ball off the glove or off the bat. He's walking out quite satisfied. That's put away nicely. Will it travel the distance? It does. It's a 6.
And as we saw, just like in the first innings, if you give it enough air, he has no problem whatsoever going over the top, Dave Mohammed. This one was flighted. Wasn't afraid to leave the crease, knew which way it was turning, and nicely stroked over long on.
That's gone past Umar Gul's dive. Boundary ends the over. West Indies trail just now by 13 runs, 266 for 7. Beautifully played. He's a good timer of the ball. He's a big-hearted cricketer, Dave Mohammad.
You get the feeling he's just glad to be out there, and he's enjoying every minute of it.
Crunchy drive to the offside. It's a hard new ball, and that ball will win the race from Imran Farhat. Nicely struck by the left-hander. Long line. It's not been a great start from Shahid Nazir. Another boundary. That's gone in the air. Will this be taken? Yousuf gets it. And with his exit, so does the hopes of the West Indians. Everyone is delighted. They know the importance of this particular wicket.
Well, the last bit of West Indian resistance goes. Chandra Paul miscuing that pull, and Mohammad Yousuf making no mistake. West Indies lose Shivnarine Chandra Paul for 81. It's 278 for 8.
Jerome Taylor, the new man in. He can play a few shots. In the air, another catch. Abdul Razak is getting underneath that one. It's taken. Dave Mohammad is gone. So the bouncer once again working for Shahid Nazir, and Abdul Razak can thank his stars. Can breathe a sigh of relief, because another sky was accepted by a Pakistani fielder, and this was expected. Dave Mohammad didn't really do a great deal with it.
Well, after he'd slapped it back past Nazir, a bouncer was definitely on the cards. Was very, very high, couldn't really control it, and gave an easy catch to mid-on. Mohammad goes for 15. West Indies have lost their 9th wicket. It's 288.
There's an appeal. A finger goes up from Simon Topol. Umar Gul finishes the test match with 9 wickets. What a splendid match he's had in the absence of Shoaib Akhtar. Mohammad Asif, he's got the opportunity to lead this Pakistan attack once again, and he's deserved it. Inzamam ul Haq and a company get into the huddle.
We watch again Umar Gul getting the last wicket, with the ball coming in.
So West Indies are getting 291, which means that they get Pakistan to bat again in this test match, but they haven't got